So I'm Ethan Brown, and I know you all want to know about Pakistan's mobile nuclear concept. Or really, what is this? And what does it mean for the future of Pakistan and the rest of the world? Well, let's find out. And just a warning about nuclear weapons is they're really dangerous. We need to be really careful when we talk about the threats or the power of nuclear weapons because they're extremely destructive, and some of them are powerful enough to vaporize large cities. So we're not talking about the big guns here. We're talking about things that are much, much more dangerous. What is this mobile nuclear concept? Well, what happened in 2011 after Osama bin Laden was killed was the Pakistani military was really concerned about the security of their nuclear weapons. They thought, okay, if Osama bin Laden was known about and the United States came in, killed him, and left, and we didn't even find out, we should be concerned about if they know about where our nuclear weapons are. And what happened is there was a leaked conversation that mentioned this information in 2011. And since then, there has been not really a mention of this nuclear concept, but it still may be a concern for us. So if these nuclear weapons aren't moving around anymore, then where are they? Well, there are many different sites that these nuclear weapons might be at, and they're pretty accurate according to U.S. intelligence, but they're still only the supposed sites because they're all unofficial. The exact location of them is secret. And a big reason for this is to keep them secret from the United States, from India, and even militants inside of Pakistan that have already attacked different supposed sites, not really targeting or trying to get the nuclear weapons, but maybe just flexing their muscles to show that they can. And within these sites and many other possible locations, there are about 130 to 140 nuclear weapons, including small nukes for tactical purposes like using on the battlefield, and large nukes that can vaporize entire cities. The nuclear program is considered to be a highly professional organization, and General Kidwai, its leader, is well regarded by Western nuclear security experts. The soldiers and civilians he leads are screened rigorously for their integrity and competence and for signs of political or religious radicalism, and the organization keeps careful watch over behavioral changes like ties to extremists, radical mosques, for changes in their lifestyle and income, and they even maintain dummy storage sites that serve to divert attention from active sites. And within those sites, the warhead is kept separate from fissile material, or the stuff that blows up, and that's kept separate from the carrying device. So the nuclear devices are always kept in an unready or unmated state. This increases the security of anything crazy happening. You might wonder how this has affected Pakistan and India's relationship, knowing that India is Pakistan's arch nemesis or enemy. Well, this has actually increased the peace between Pakistan and India. The tensions have lessened. There's less aggression and less acts of crossing the line, you could say. And why haven't other nations used this mobile concept? Well, to be honest, it's because it's pretty terrible. It's not very safe, and it seems like it was an act of desperation on Pakistan's behalf. Now, you would ask, why don't they use the Russian or United States concept? Because the whole world was pretty upset when they found out about this mobile concept. Well, the biggest reason is probably infrastructure. They just don't have the resources to create large silos with the extremely high security that Russia and the United States have, and they will be exposing themselves to a security threat in the process. Now, what's the future like for Pakistan? Well, luckily, it's pretty good. There might be some really great things ahead. The security has strengthened and continues to be strengthened, especially because the United States actually helps fund the increasing security for their nuclear weapons. And there's been less tension between Pakistan and India. And what does this mean for the future of the world? Well, same thing. We shouldn't be worried too much because Pakistan's security is very good. And in the event of a catastrophe, the weapons aren't readily available. They have to be combined. They have to be, taken from their different areas. And so that gives time for negotiations or good thinking. It's not just a press of a button, something crazy happens. So I would say we should be hopeful.